2004 Nissan Quest. I'm changing spark plugs. Why are you laughing?
That's what I say about this job. Just start laughing.
Yeah, because, oh my goodness. I never thought changing spark plugs would be this difficult. Everything is attached to the intake manifold. We got coolant lines going to it. We got vacuum lines. We got wires. Oh my goodness. Oh, she got it off. Finally. Okay, you got those two. You got the vacuum line, vacuum line. These are also attached to the intake manifold. You got two bolts right there. They're 12 millimeter bolts that are attached to the intake manifold. You got this wire here that attaches to the intake manifold, also to the EGR. I guess we can hook that back up to the EGR, and then it also plugs into the throttle portion, the throttle body there of the intake manifold. And then we got this EGR bolts here that go to the intake manifold, and they're studs. And so, yeah, I took the studs out to get to it in order to get it off. Take the nut off, take the stud out. Same thing here and here. Bolts and studs, or studs and nuts. And then there was, turn that around. Okay, you got those two bolts, this hose, that hose, and then, oh, these, I guess that'd be easier if you could just get that bolt off there.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't either. You can't see nothing. And I thought I'd be able to do it without taking the windshield wiper and all that off, but that wasn't happening. We just got it off right now. We've been on this for about 2 hours. Well, we got the spark plugs in, and that number 3 cylinder is ridiculous. See it? All that oil, all the way up to there. Oil. All the way up to there. So, you gotta do valve cover gaskets. I don't want to, but it's gotta be done. Rather do it now than have to do it 6 months from now when it starts fouling out the plug or something overflowing. Yeah, it'll foul out the plug. It'll just keep filling up and foul out the plug. And so I don't want to deal with that or set it on fire. Don't want that to happen, so we're gonna change it. All the crap we had to take off. Windshield washers, windshield wipers, intake manifold, intake box, the housings, all that stuff, man. And those two bolts back there, pain in the butt, because there's not much room to work with. And the hoses, they were, I think I need to go get that. There's a tool that makes that easier to get those hoses. I don't have it though. Yeah. I'm not planning on doing this again. This is the last part I had to replace on my Nissan Quest. I don't remember what it's called, but it was $200 when I replaced it. It hooks up to this. Yeah, but that was 200 bucks. And now I got I had a check engine coat for a misfire. Bought a coil pack. Coil pack didn't, I switched 2 of the coil packs. Misfire stayed where it was. So I replaced the spark plugs. And yeah, I got to put this thing back together. But this Nissan has been a real good vehicle for me. I haven't had much problems out of it at all. The misfire and that. And that's been the extent of the problems that I've had out of it in the past 2 years. Maintain oil changes, brakes, and all that stuff, but yeah, it hasn't been trouble for me at all. So I really cannot complain about this Quest because it hasn't been giving me problems. It's been an excellent vehicle. Always starts, for the most part. Well, actually, there was a problem that I wasn't able to find, but I fixed that by disconnecting the battery. I had to take off in order to change the spark plugs on my 2004 Nissan Quest. Got to start off with the top valance on the windshield, and then the under part of that, and then the windshield wiper motor, the air intake, and the air intake box, the air intake tube, the air intake plenum, manifold, plenum, whatever you want to call it, and finally coil packs. Yeah, this was not what I thought it was going to be, because this intake manifold, it was quite a bugger. Because actually, you know what I missed when I was showing you the other day, yesterday? I missed this part, showing you this part. My daughter must have took that off, because I don't remember taking that off. And I also had to do valve cover gasket because one of the tubes was leaking. And check this out. Okay, so I go buy the valve cover gaskets, right? They're like $25 for the valve cover gaskets, and they don't come with the grommets. You got to buy the grommets separate. They're another $25. That's $50 right there. Then a new intake manifold gasket, that was $37. It's like, oh my goodness. So that's like $90 right there. Plus the spark plugs were they were like $90. I had to get the platinum, double platinum lasers for this van, and they're like $14 a piece. Yeah, 6 of them. It ended up, it was like $91, I believe it was. So $200 basically in parts. There's the box. Laser platinum. NGK is what the manufacturer had in it. NGK laser platinum. Yeah. Well, with the use of a couple of tools, I got those babies out pretty simple and easily. What I did is I took this, I broke this anyway, so I just took it off. I just took this and worked around the edges. Just kind of worked around the edges and popped it up, popped it up, popped it up, and got it off with this, between this and this. And with that, I stick that under there and kind of pop it a little bit. And I use my screwdriver in the areas where I couldn't, where it was up but it wasn't loose. I'd stick that in there and wiggle it across and pop it. And I got that off. But now I'm wondering, is it going to be worth it to put those new seals in, put the new seals in, and try to glue this back on. If I take it to my buddy with the parts washer, get everything all nice and cleaned up, and just put some, I don't know what kind of glue I would use on this, and that's damaged. But after I clean it up, I can glue all this back together, and might be able to replace it like that. and go with my aftermarket set of seals, I also looked on eBay, and on eBay I found both valve covers with new grommets and gaskets for like 60 bucks. So 9 times out of 10, that's the way I'm gonna go. 60 bucks on eBay. I get 2 of them delivered to my house. I just gotta wait a few days. And I think that's the way I'm gonna go on the valve covers. Instead of dealing with all this and taking risk, I just spend a little bit more money and go back the way it was. My valve covers just got here. Got the new valve covers. It's only been 2 weeks. I was supposed to get them on the 1st of May, and I ended up getting them today, which is Sunday the 9th. Wow. I was supposed to get them on the 8th because I ordered them on the 26th. Or I was supposed to get them on the 1st, I'm sorry. Because I ordered them on the 26th. It took a little while to get here. But the whole COVID thing, people going postal and all that, I guess we had little issues there. But I got both my valve covers. And look at that. Has the grommets. Has the grommets in it. Like it's supposed to. And the gasket is there. This is the other one that I took it apart. So it's time to put this thing back together so I can use my van again. Woohoo! Well, while you're in there, you might as well do the coil packs too while you got your Quest taken apart. I got it all back together now. I ended up replacing the coil packs, the valve covers, spark plugs. Yep, all 3 of those to get this done. But got it all back together now, and it's running good. So I'm happy.